Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is uh this is a cool experience. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I kind of don't know what to expect. So bear with me, and we'll see how this thing goes. So, you read the title, right? I want to quit my job. Yeah. How many of y'all want to quit your job? Right? I'm sure a lot of y'all want to quit your job. Um, thing is I've been thinking about this for a long time, man, and a lot of people think I'm crazy. A lot of people think it's a foolish idea. They think it's kind of risky. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I think it's a great plan, right? So, how I plan to quit my job is through via sports betting. Yeah, sports bet. I know that sounds crazy, right? But it's a real thing, man. You know what I mean? It's a real thing. It's possible, and a lot of people do that to this day. And I think we shouldn't be surprised that people are able to make a living, from placing bets on sports. Um, there's nothing guaranteed about it. Obviously, things can go either way. You playing against Vegas, so the odds are already against you. That's why, it comes with a lot of, sacrifice and dedication and what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of willpower. You know what I mean? A lot of excuse me, a lot of strength. You know what I mean? To not do the dumb shit, because we know when it comes to sports betting, a lot of people do a lot of dumb shit out there. It's easy to get carried away in all these parlays and all these other foolish ways to lose your money instantly. So the goal is long term. You got to have good bankroll management, right? You know what I mean? You got to have a plan. You can't just be out there recklessly betting. Okay, these are things that I learned a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can share some of that, share my experiences, with you guys, and we can kind of learn together, right? Because ultimately my goal is to build this channel up, you know what I mean, of a group of people that's like me, that want to quit their job, you know what I mean, that like sports and bet on sports as a hobby and things like that, because it's a way out, man. It's a way out. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do this shit, for a living, because and I know there's people out there cashing out, I'm saying, 100K, 150K, you know what I'm saying, but obviously you got to have 100K to play with, right? So my goal is to build this channel up, right, through my bets, through my plays. I'm gonna share my experience with people, and we gonna see if we can run this shit up. And if I can, ultimately put together, if I can get like 40, 30, 40, $50,000, just from betting, and make it out to Vegas, it's a wrap, bro. I am not coming back. I'm telling you now, I am not coming back. If I make it to Vegas with that amount of money to play with, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody that. And, a lot of people, I can tell the look in their eyes, they kind of think that, that's not real. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I got a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And a lot of people will say I'm crazy for, for quitting and shit like that. But man, this ain't no way of life, man. This 9 to 5, this rat race, you know what I'm saying? We all just numbers. They don't really care about you, man. Like I've been at a place, at my employment where I work at, man, I've been there long enough where I've seen guys that was there for like 20, 30 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Guys, old guys, like, that retired and things like that, man. They've been gone for a couple years now, and nobody talks about them. They ain't got no plaques on the wall, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these people, we dedicate our whole lives to these companies, you know what I'm saying, and these places of business that at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about us, man. They really don't. So I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm in my 40s, bro. I am not trying to retire, you know what I'm saying, for nobody else, man. So and this is what I know, sports, bro. So ever since I was a little kid, man, I like to say that I got a gift, right? My woman, she don't like when I use that phrase, I got a gift. But I truly think I got a gift, man. And hopefully I can share some of my experiences and my knowledge, with the people out here, man. And people who got the same mindset like me, let's get up out of here, man. Let's get up out of this 9 to 5, man. You know what I'm saying? You can do it through sports betting, but you gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? You need like a I don't know, you need like a mentor or something, bro, because I feel like I'm that guy, man. No bullshit. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I truly think that I got a gift, man. So that's my goal, man. My goal is to make some videos, you know what I'm saying, offer strategies, just different mindset, because I think, until you get your mindset right, you always gonna do foolish shit when it comes to sports bet, man. And it's easy to do it. We've all done it. I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? But you know let's run this shit up, bro. It's easy work, easy work. A little bit about me, like I said, man, I've been, watching sports since I was just a little shorty, man. Just a little guy, right? And I was that kid that, you could ask me, who's number 77 for the Pittsburgh Steelers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell you instantly, bro. Like, I don't care if they was offensive lineman, defensive lineman, tight end, tackle, you know what I'm saying, defensive end, special teamers. I knew who they were because I was just always tapped in. I don't know, I was just a sports fanatic, man. And still to this day, I don't watch sports as much as I do, which may sound crazy, me being, as good as I am as a sports bettor, but I also think that somehow may help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a buddy of mine, man, he like to give me shit because, he know I win a lot, but he just be dumbfounded because he's like, bro, you don't even watch sports. How do you win? Like, bro, because it's not about the teams no more, bro. I mean, it is, but it's about Vegas, man. It's all manipulation. And until you can see through that and get the right mindset, you always gonna fall victims to these lines and these teams and these players. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I don't watch sports all the time no more, I think that works in my favor because I'm able to watch it objectively. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no dog in the fight no more. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I still love sports, obviously. You know what I mean? But I just don't follow it on the day-to-day grind like I used to. Like, now you ask me who number 52 is for the goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers or 77. I couldn't even fucking tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that when that line come out, I can tell you who's gonna win or not. If you've been watching sports long enough, man, I don't know. And maybe I'm just biased to this, but I think certain teams are supposed to win against certain teams. There's always narratives that's created. You know what I'm saying? And if you really tapped in, I tell you what I do watch too. I don't watch as many games as I watch the headlines. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of give you a little insight right there. Things ain't always what it seems, man. So, along this journey, I hope I can document some of this stuff, man, and show you what I do. And maybe eventually you can do the same thing. I know I ain't the only one out there that feel this way, man. Sports betting is like, it's here to stay. They make it available for us, all these apps. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a lot of them is risky, because they kind of, they put all the real risky bets to the forefront to try to get you sucked in. You sign up, I give you free $10, $40, instantly and all this and that, which is cool. But if you gonna get that money and you get in there and you do a parlay right away, well, I mean, you're gonna blow that shit. You know what I'm saying? We all know how hard parlays are. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not for me, but for some of y'all, parlays is hard as fuck. So, yeah, man, just follow me on this journey, man. I really don't know what to say, man. Like I said, this is my first YouTube video. Um, you know, uh, and as far as the apps goes, man, if you betting on these apps, man, just do it strategically. Have a plan, man. Don't do no dumb shit, right? The sports betting. I used to mess with Five Dimes, like a long time ago. But I think they went out of business. I don't know. They might still be in business. I don't know. But I don't fuck with them no more. They started doing some shady shit. If you bet enough on these sports apps, after a while, you start to realize that, they started doing faulty shit. I don't know. I remember a few times I tried to get some help on one of the sites and, nobody would respond, no email back. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And, sometimes you have a lot of money in this stuff. So, you get that shit'll piss you off if nobody is, communicating back and forth with you. So you know how to get your money, what the options are, things like that. So, but what I do use, I use Bovada. I don't know if y'all know what Bovada is. I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever, man. I actually, they so far been gold standard to me. You know what I'm saying? So I do this, bro. I do this. So that's my goal, man. Just recently, I put like $200 in Bovada, and I just cashed out like 10K. You know what I'm saying? And that's no bullshit, man. I'm not bullshitting, y'all. This is legit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this shit, bro. Like, this ain't even all of it, because what Bovada does is, they give you the option, like a lot of sites, to pay you in Bitcoin. Obviously, I took that shit in Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I'd be a stupid fool not to. As a matter of fact, that 10K that I cashed out a few weeks ago is now like 12, I believe, or some shit like that. So, man, this just money making moves, bro. You just got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? So my channel gonna be all about, being smart with the cash. you know, how to place bets, you know, strategically, the smart way. You know, maybe I'll offer picks. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But along this journey, you know, I want to document this shit because, you know, big checkout, baby. We trying to get to Vegas. You hear that plane? I don't know if you can hear that plane or not, man, but hopefully I'll be on that plane in the near future because this fall, feel me, this fall, basketball season, football season, man, it's a wrap, bro. I just got back in this shit, man. Like I said, I was discouraged for a while because of these apps, but now since I found Bovada and they seem to be legit, man, I'm ready to run this shit up and quit my job, man. No bullshit. Y'all think that's crazy? I know a lot of y'all think that shit crazy, man, but it's a real thing, man. You know, and I got a good job, man, but this shit ain't for me, man. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck can I make more money sports gambling in a week than I can make in my job? You know what I'm saying? Probably damn near shit the whole month. You know what I'm saying? That's no bullshit. Now, you know, I ain't no dumb motherfucker. I ain't gonna just quit my job and just, you know, go straight to, I'm gonna build my shit up. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all about money management, man, and how to manage a bankroll. You know, if I get, my goal is if I get, you know, I'm gonna save, like I said, 30 to 40K. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take that shit out to Vegas, dog, and it's a wrap. I ain't coming back, man. For real. So, ride this journey with me, man. You know, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, you know, like I said, bro, you ain't gotta like me, just like the video. And I'm gonna show you how I do this shit. It's easy work, bro. Easy work, for real. Just tap in. You boy, I hear that plane? Yeah. Well, tell me that ain't a sign. I tell you. So let's take advantage of this shit, man. Like I said, like the video, you know, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna post some more videos as soon as I learn how to do this YouTube shit, because I really don't know how to do this shit. But, you know, I'm going to have to show y'all some social proof because, you know, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to show it. You know what I mean? And I know people, there's a lot of scams out there, bro, and I ain't with that shit. Like, you know, this probably be the first genuine, you know, sports bettor that's online, that's on YouTube, that's giving you the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this shit to try to scam nobody, bro. I just know there's a lot of people like me, man, that, you know, that love sports and shit like that. And you know, this is opportunity, man. Let's get the fuck up out, bro. Let's get the fuck up out this 9 to 5, man. You know, follow your boy, man. Let's do this. Let's run it up. I love y'all, man. Peace out. Stay tuned. Stay blessed. We out.